Nobel Prize winner calls for more taxes on the ultra wealthy. Ooh. And I couldn't agree more, as a matter of fact. I guess this will violate my conservative street cred. I'll be a flaming liberal with flaming liberal hair. But Republican Party, I'm trying to help you help yourself here. I'm trying to help you help yourself. I know many of you guys are part of the big uniparty, all right, which is expand government and your power at all costs. Mitch McConnell, Kevin McCarthy, the Jeb Bushes, George Bush, they're all cut the same cloth as freaking Sniffy Joe, of all the other clowns in there. Chuck Schumer, they're all the same people. Liz Cheney. But there's a number of Republicans who can smell the coffee and recognize where the freaking hockey puck is going. And we need to get on board with something like this. All right. This is from Daily Financial Trends by David Greenberg. And look, if you got a name Greenberg, you know financial stuff. That's a fact, Jack. So I like David Greenberg because you don't get a name Greenberg and not know finance, if that makes sense. Oh, how dare you? Anyway, so I'll put a link in the show notes, and you should subscribe to his get his news, whatever it is. I like this guy. Joseph Stiglitz, a Nobel Prize-winning economist, you might remember Stiglitz, has issued a call for nations to impose a 70% tax on the ultra-wealthy and to impose more aggressive inheritance taxes. He justifies the call by arguing that the overwhelming majority of billionaires are rich merely out of luck. 100% agree with that, dude. 100% rich out of luck or by design. Elon Musk, he was chosen for the role. Come on, man. Anyway, rich out of luck. It's just, if you just take a typical bell curve, you have people on the outliers. Some people are poor out of luck. Some people are rich out of luck. You're always going to have some people on the outskirts. And they're not from their own. Elon Musk, stop with this idea that Elon Musk is self-made or Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates. These people are not self-made billionaires. They're not. Come on, stop it. All right. He argued that such a high rate of taxation would clearly make sense. People at the top might work a little bit less if you tax them more, but on the other hand, our society gains in having a more egalitarian, cohesive society. I'm going to share with you hang in there, because I'm going to share with you the crunch. What's the word I'm looking for? The catalyst for why we need to do this 100%, because it's going to tick you off. Once the chief economist for the World Bank, oh boy, World Bank, can't stand those guys. See, the problem is, the reason I'm not a liberal is because I don't believe in one world government. Liberals do, 100%. Conservatives, of which I am, populist right, we don't believe in that. We believe in states' rights, community rights. Oh, states' rights, oh. We believe in giving the power back to the localized community as much as possible. We do not want a one world system or a big system of control. All right. He argued we should be taxing wealth at a higher rate because much of the wealth is inherited. For example, the young Walmarts inherited their wealth. One of my friends describes this as winning the sperm lottery. They chose the right parents. I think we have to realize that most of the billionaires have gotten much of their wealth out of luck. Those who oppose inheritance taxes point out, however, that inheritance taxes involve the government taxing earned wealth twice. And they only encourage the rich to transfer the wealth overseas to jurisdictions where the wealth would be able to find its own way to the heirs. While there's no federal inheritance tax in the U.S. over states under 13 million, the federal government claims 18 to 40% of estates over 13 million. I'm going to show you why that's fraud. Some states impose a small inheritance tax. The UK imposes a 40% inheritance tax on any inheritance over 325,000 pounds, I guess, or 400,000 bucks. Huh. So you're saying people in UK die with no money? Because remember, just right above that, they encourage the rich to transfer their wealth overseas. You had the UK. Interesting, because I guarantee there are people down in the UK every day who've got over 325,000 pounds. Massachusetts has an estate tax on estates above $1 million. Massachusetts, last I saw, still has a very affluent state. Stiglitz advocates for proposals by Elizabeth Warren to oppose an additional 2% tax on households with assets of more than $50 million and a 3% tax on households with assets over $1 billion, calling the proposals very reasonable. Yeah, I don't have any qualm with that in the least. You know, you can argue about the numbers and whatnot. Republicans, remember, I'm trying to help you help yourself to win, because people look. Look, I hate the minimum wage. People like it. All right, so you can stand up against the minimum wage all day long, but in 2020 or 18, I can't remember. Maybe it was 2020 when Trump won Florida going away, and Florida went deep red. Right? They passed like 65 to 35 increase in minimum wage. People like it. All right, they're not. I mean, it's economically stupid, but hey, at the end of the day, you got to win. You got to win to pass your vote. You got to win votes in order to pass your legislation. People like the minimum wage. All right, so let's keep going here. So I want to show you something here. This is what I found today. Hedge fund managers score tax break while keeping investment control. Word is out among hedge fund managers how to get tax breaks by giving to the charity without actually handing the money over. They can even keep it in their own funds. One, donate to your own charitable foundation. Have the foundation invest in your hedge fund. When the foundation must give some money away, send it to a donor-advised fund. That counts as a charity, but lets you hold the earmarked cash as long as you wish and give in secrecy. So, hey, start a hedge fund, make bank because you're freaking not doing anything, but people think you are because I'm investing in a hedge fund. People love the idea of just being, it's weird, but whatever. So, then you take all the profits you got, which you would have had more profits just putting the S&P 500. But anyway, you donate to your own charitable foundation, and you have the charitable foundation turn around and reinvest right back in your own hedge fund. When the foundation must give, I think it's 5% of assets, give it to a secret donor advised fund. And I fell for oh my goodness. So freaking stupid. So the whole Citizens United thing where corporations are people, I bought that hook on a sinker, an idiot. And the whole donor advised funds, because I'm like probably many of you. Well, if they start there, they're ultimately going to work their way down. They're going to work their way down to taxing all of us. I fell for all that crap too, man. It's the working people of this world on the right are so inclined to protect the wealthy because they're going to get us ultimately. We have Janet Mills, the governor of Maine, saying we didn't raise any taxes. All right, now that's a lie, but still, at the end of the day, she's a left-wing governor of Maine. She did not advocate raising income taxes on anybody. We've won that debate. All right, so they're not going to tax the uber wealthy and turn around and say we're going to tax you. Don't tax you. Don't tax me. Tax that guy behind the tree. They're just not going to do it. We need more wealth tax and less income tax. I'm completely convinced of this now. Now, my 10 years ago, 5 years, Joshua said otherwise, but I was wrong. I'm right now. Stephen Mandel's $1 billion Zoom Foundation. All right. It invests money back into his Lone Pine Capital hedge fund and makes one gift a year to his donor-advised fund. Traces of where his donations ultimately land are scattered across charities' websites, including tens of thousands of millions of dollars for Teach for America, Blue Meridian Partners, which works to solve youth poverty. I got no qualm with Teach for America. I guarantee Blue Meridian Partners are making bank. And let's take a look at Blue Meridian Partners. So there's Blue Meridian Partners, and let's take a look. Racial equity. Let's take a look what they got. Remember, equity is not equality. Investing in a vastly more equitable future and prioritizing racial equity in our work. So they're looking at people's skin color before they make an investment decision. Is committed to the long-term work required to be resolutely anti-racist. It's a central priority of our 2019 to 2023 strategic business plan. We are deepening and accelerating our efforts to make this a vision of reality. So, look, they're just freaking scumbags, dude. Come on. Scumbags, 100%. Let's see. Our partners. Let's take a look. Aero Impact, AVID Foundation. Shocking. Ballmer Group. There's your boy Steve. Oh, look at this. The dude's such a freaking scam. This whole, just so freaking scam. Come on, man. All right, so let's go to, I wonder what the CEO of Charitable. All right, so here's Nancy Rube. She's the CEO. Here's Jim Shelton. He's a Chief Investment and Impact Officer Lots of women, huh? It's weird. No white guys. They don't like white guys, apparently. Yeah, so we're gonna not one. There's a guy. One white guy. Wow. One white guy, and there's another guy, and they're all freaking. just, I just wish Republicans would recognize these people are not our friends. Nancy Rube. Let's tell you who it is. She played a major role in developing some grant-making strategery. All right. Nancy Rube, nonprofit. Let's see. Nancy spoke to TEDx about her hope that Blue Meridian. Before she joined the foundation, she worked with Boston's Persistent Poverty Project of the Rockefeller Foundation. Isn't that great? She's a graduate and trustee of Hamilton College and holds a master's degree in public from Harvard. Yeah, and she's a spoiled brat. So let's take a look at Nancy Rube's salary. So Nancy, she earned over $700,000 in compensation from the foundation in 2017. Yeah, so they really care about youth poverty. All right, it's such a clown show. Let's take a look at what's the other guy, Shelton. This as far back as 2018. This is filed for 2017's taxes. I'm not sure what's going on now, but here's old Nancy. That's $736,000 in 2017. Here's Charles Harris, $439,000. Here's this guy, Ralph Stefano. Does it show any other people? I said this is 2017. Such a freaking clown show, and it's a nonprofit. Watch this. Tax exempt status, 2017. You see that? Tax exempt status, 2017. All right, so now they're donor recipients. I just saw right here. The Ball Project nonprofit and the upstream. Let's just take a look. I have no clue. The Bail Project. It opposes cash bail, provides payment assistance to those accused of crimes. Huh. Where have we heard this lately? Interesting. Where have we heard this lately? Remember that with freaking, what was it? The ones that were the violent Antifa. Probably down here in Atlanta after the Antifa freaking insurrection, which no one's going to get held accountable for that. Oh, so freaking. Let's take a look there. Let's take a look at their 1990, 990, and see what they're making back. Dude, I can't. We are subsidizing all these clowns. They don't care about poor people. You crazy? You crazy? Oh, let's take a look. So Michael, that guy, doesn't look like he makes a salary that I can see. Yeah, someone's getting paid in these places. I don't know who, but someone's getting paid. There's money being total revenue $24 million. Yeah, someone's getting paid, man. You know that. I know that. We all know that. Tax exempt again. How is that tax? Oh, it's so freaking. All right, I see. What do we say? Michael something. Here's Robert Steinberg. Right here. Oh, right here. The organization began active during COVID to get more people out of local jails. They urged judges and correctional officials to allow early release and bail reduction to prevent the spread of COVID. Steinberg was a public defender, founded 3 nonprofits. All right, the Bronx. Blah, 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 blah. Prior to here's Yemi. She was a legal executive at Walt Disney Company. She was legal counsel. Come on, people. You're not falling for the right wingers. Are you? Let's see what JPB is. You're not falling for this crap, are you? Barbara Pickhour is one of the largest grant-making foundations, medical, environmental poverty issues. Great. Leftist center advocacy groups. But they're going to come after me, Josh. They're going to come get me. It has assets over $4 billion with $264 in revenue. Let's see here. President and what is this? I can't tell. Competitive yearly total grants from the. All right, so they gave president and fellows of Harvard, MIT, Planned Parenthood. Hey, Rockefeller. Oh, dude, it's all one big scam. Major funder of Planned Parenthood, American Prospect. Yeah, there you go. Where does freaking Barbara Pickhour get her money from? They fought a lawsuit with Bernie Madoff. Let's see. The lawsuit. Oh, here's. So her husband, $7.2 billion of Jeffrey Pickhour's assets being provided to Madoff. Dude, these guys are freaking clowns. Clowns. Why are we financing? I mean, Oh, dude, why are we? Why Rockefeller Foundation, of course. Let's just look at their nine. Let's just see what we got here. Again, I'm not sure why it only goes back to 2018. Maybe that's the. I mean, hell. Let's just see what we got in terms of salaries and compensation. I have no clue. Um, let's see. Oh, here, dog barking. So imagine it's only gonna be short term for my dog start barking. Yeah, I'm not seeing any salaries here. Not net rental real estate. Dude, it is corrupt from the get go. Joseph Stiglitz is right. Elizabeth Warren is right. These people should be paying to Uncle Sam to finance Social Security as opposed to giving to Planned Parenthood and the left wing advocacy groups. Join with me, right wingers. Be a populist and say, this is nuts. These people are in full control of the society, and we need to take a little bit back what is ours because they didn't earn this any more than freaking Pablo earned the right to sit on my lap. Well, he did because he's so doggone cute. But Barbara Pickawauer and all these they're not cute. They're up to no good. All right, we'll see you.